To everyone joining today, my name is Talita Barnaby. I am part of the customer success team. So you probably have met me on live classes or doing like a one-on-one to go over like the platform and workflow questions. So for today, this is a class on data reports. We had a few of you, I don't know exactly who was, but customers have been asking for this on some live classes. We saw some questions on Facebook and even like on our ticket system too, asking for a live class on reports. So hopefully I can deliver for you today. If you have any questions, let's try to, instead of, I know that I ask everyone to just kind of like introduce yourself on the chat, but now moving forward for the rest of the class, if we can move questions to the actually Q&A. So if you see like on the Zoom bar on the bottom, you should see chat and then Q&A with two little bubbles in it. If you can post your questions in there, it's just like a little bit easier for our team to track those questions and maybe like follow up with you if needed as well. But today's class is on dynamics on maximizing Healthie reports. I will be turning off my camera just because I have multiple monitors and I'm looking up right now. But maybe towards the end of the class when we have an open Q&A, I'm happy to turn my camera back on. So you are here, you are a private practice leader, you are probably reviewing reports already or wanting to review reports and wanting to learn more about the data that's bringing in. And you just maybe wanting to learn more on these insights for your business and really like learning the reports, the available reports within Healthie. You can track your business progress, your clients' progress, and maybe leverage some of this information to grow your practice and your business. So like I said, today, Data Dynamics, my name is Talita Barnaby. I am going to be sharing my, not sharing my screen, but logging in back into like the Healthie page in a little bit. But just before we get there, this is the agenda for today's class. We are going to be going over how to download, view, and organize the Healthie reports. Understanding the available reports within Healthie, we do actually have 14 available reports on the platform. I'll be going over how to analyze some of those reports. I won't be, you see like on the top of my screen, I have some reports open already. I don't think we'll have time to go over all 14 reports, but I'm gonna be going over some of like the major ones and just showing you exactly like how to open, how to read them, maybe how to use some of like the filters. I am using Google Sheets for it, but of course you can use Excel or whatever other type of system that you use to review your reports. I like Google, it works for me, but you can of course use whatever works best for you in your practice. So after we analyze some of the reports, I'll be showing you one by one. We can also go over some of financial insights and business performance, just how to leverage some of the reports within Healthie to review your practice. Before you even start downloading reports and looking for your information, just try to like understand exactly what are you looking for, right? So define your data needs. What type of data are you looking for? Are you looking to track the progress? Are you analyzing your appointments performance? Are you trying to make decisions for your business, right? Like, are you working for something for the next year, for the next quarter? So just like really defining exactly what you're looking for, and then looking to leverage some of the reports that we have already within Healthie. The next one is consider your client's preference. This one, it's pretty much like there are so many data points in collection of like information that you can have from your clients, and how can you use the reports to enhance the engagement and satisfaction? So is it through metrics and goals, appointments? So it's just like making sure that whatever you're looking for, it is going to like help you moving forward. And the last one here, streamline your operational insights. Are you accessing and reviewing the data reports to see how your appointments are going? Are you seeing a lot of like no-shows, cancel appointments, or what exactly are you trying to gain out of this data reports? Hopefully today, after today's class, a lot of this can be answered, but of course, we're here. We're happy to support you. We do have an open Q&A. Jen can share some of those like links on the chat for everyone, but we have many other like live classes as well in the open Q&A. And of course, depending on your plan, you always have access to someone like myself, a customer success manager, to go over the platform and workflow questions. So as we're getting started, we're coming right here. Let me just take like a step back and come right here to this first page where it says, good morning and your provider's name. We do have the reports tab right in here. But even before we get there, I just wanted to show this because I feel like it gets missed by many people. Right on the top, we have our overview, we have journal entries, and then we have this. It's called the dashboard. The dashboard is just like a place that you can come really quick and just take a quick glimpse of your latest appointment. So on the first one is the total appointments per month, total appointments per in the last 12 months per month. You can see some of the payments and billing here as well. So within this graph, you can kind of see it gives like a little bit of a percentage, right? Appointments that has been occurred, cancel, no show, reschedule. So even like outside of our reports, we do have this dashboard as well. Awesome. So now we're going over to our reports tab. The first thing is, how do we download the reports? How do we view? How do we organize them? Where do the reports go after we try to download it? Those are normally like questions that we get. So right in here, you're coming to the reports page. By the way, you can locate them. It's the last one on your navigation bar on the left side. So once you come in here, you see our 12 available reports in the platform. And in order to download them, all you have to do is click download report, and the system is going to generate this for you. It's going to tell you right up here in the little pop-up that it can take up to 30 minutes. Of course, this is going to depend. For me right now, since my platform is like a pretend platform, right? It's like I have fake data and fake clients in here, and I don't have tons of information. So if I go to the documents folder right now, I am going to be looking for the report that we just clicked the button under generated reports. So this is a folder that Healthie creates for you anytime you click this button. So you are always going to see the download report everywhere you go within here. So anytime you click the button, it is going to be going over to the generated reports folder in your documents. Just keep in mind that it can take the full 30 minutes, but you can see that for me right now, yeah, today's the 26th. I can see the two of them that I clicked on, it's already in here. It's just because I have almost no data in this platform. It's like very simple. It's just like a little bit here and there. You, depending on how many clients you have, how many providers you have, how big you are, it can definitely take the whole 30 minutes. So we are already in here, right? So we went to the documents page, we went to generated reports, and here's where all these files are going to live. I do want to like show you like a few tricks to keep them organized. You can see that I have a folder right here that says April 2024, just because if you see everything else in here, it's all my reports since when I started my practice, right? So I have reports all the way back to December of 2022. If I go up in here, you see I have one folder. You are able to create folders and kind of like organize them. So you can either organize them by type of reports or by the month or the quarter, whatever makes easier for you to understand. So like, let's say if I wanted to do whoops. I want to have a folder where we have billing reports, right? So everything relating to payments. Also, you can click and drag. This is like a nice that you can just move them. I can click and drag them. So here it looks like it's appointments, activity, I do have like a CMS 1500 in here. So if I wanted to be moving things around, I can just click, drag, and put them in here. Or also with the three little dots to the right, I can move them as well into like a specific folder. So this is just like another way in order to stay organized in the platform. And then you can also, after you can like search by a specific type, you can kind of like organize them by alphabetical order, and then whatever makes it easier for you to then find this information later on. But of course, you don't have to create folders. You don't have to organize them. Anytime you click download a report, this is where they're going to live and this is where they're going to stay. It's not going to be deleted from the platform unless you delete them. So in here, we review how to download, how to organize, how to move them around. You see that you can do the three little dots, or you can just move them into the folder directly. And you're also able to share this report. So let's say you have like a billing person, a front desk, or even like yourself, you're wanting to share this report with someone else. You definitely can do that. Right here, you can click share, and it lets you share with others in the organization. Of course, these reports, clients do not have access to this. Clients do not have access to reports. All the information that you're seeing in here, even there's like client activity and things like this, clients do not have the access. But if it is something that you like to share with the client, just like making sure that the PH, I went to forms by mistake, just be aware of like the PHI in there. But the generated reports, it does let you share, probably like internally in your organization, right? If you're working with like other providers, maybe you want to share with another person in your organization. So that's definitely a way to leverage the sharing option. The next things that we're going to review today is really trying to understand the available reports. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, everyone, I had a sneeze coming, but it didn't come. Anyways, we have here our reports and this understanding available reports within Healthie. All the reports in the platform you can run for like a single provider or the entire organization. Another thing that I like to flag is this page right here, the appointments tab, it's the only one that gives you this pretty little overview. You know, like you have this little graph, you have a few different graphs in here that you can see by status, by appointment type. However, when you go to the other reports, you don't see that, right? It just says to select the time frame and the providers, and then it lets you download the report. So just like making sure that if you're looking for this on the other sections, you're not going to see that. So there's nothing broken. It's just how the platform behaves. You just have to like click download report in order to access the data. This little overview is only for the appointment section. So while we are here on the appointment section, we have this report that lets you download and review some of the information on your appointments. Are they being occur, no show? How is the outcome of this appointment? So you can definitely like analyze and break them down. I'm gonna get to them in a little bit. Let's just go over a few other reports in here. We also have our billing folders, our billing reports, and there are 1, 2, 4 different options in here under billing. So we have our payments, our client credits, our invoices, and our bank transfers. So in here, you can see payments, you can see like patients with like the credit card information, or are you using promo codes on your packages? So here you can really like take a look closer into those payments. And our payments is like one of the reports that I'll be reviewing today as well here on this spreadsheet. Under clients report, we have a variety of clients, different type of reports that it gives you the insights of the demographics on the client's activity on the platform. It gives you like insurance details. There's metrics, there's like the journal entries. So here, the clients one, it really lets you create more engagement with your client, right? Like, let's say if you wanted to do like a challenge, whoever entered the most metrics for the first week of the month, whatever that may be, this is how you can like play around and leverage the reports and then engage with your clients. It is like the clients reports in here. We do have this CQM report, I believe is like fairly new, but this one is part of the ONC certification. And this one you let to export, capture, export, and calculate reports in a meaningful way through clinical quality measurements. So I definitely suggest you taking a look. We do have some like helpful resources on our reports as well. I'm sure Jen is going to be sharing some of those additional reports, not reports, those links on the chat if you wanted to learn more specifically of every single one of these reports. The next one here is our insurance report. So in here is where we can keep a financial oversight of your business with collection of insurance billing reports, keep track of claim submissions, reimbursements, clients pay versus own amounts, clients insurance authorization details. So in here is just like a lot of information around insurance if you are working with insurance, of course. And then the next one is our programs. So right here, our program is status for the client status. It provides you, because the platform, it lets you build courses. So in here under the client status, you can review the enroll and complete and just get insights into the client's progress within the programs in the platform. Let's see. I know that I am moving along. I haven't been checking the chat or the open Q&A. I think so far we are good. So I'll just keep moving along. And just so you know, like, we'll have like the recording of this. You're going to receive the recording of today's class as well, at the end. So now to the fun stuff, right? Like analyzing some of this data and some of this report. I am going to be showing you like one way that I like to review the reports. But then of course there are different ways. Like if you're using Excel, I am using Google Sheets, but it's pretty much the same way. So anytime you come in here into the documents folder under generated reports, all the documents, all the reports, they are under a CSV file. So they're all a CSV file. If you open a CSV file, let me just show you really quick. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and I'm gonna share a new screen. Just give me 1 second. If you open a CSV file, this is how it's going to look like. It looks like nothing, right? It's really hard to read. If you open this, you're like, I have no idea what to do with this data. Everything is kind of just mushed together, right? There's really hard to understand it, and there's not much you can do within here. So what can you do with the CSV file? I'm going to stop sharing again to go over to another page. So what can you do with the file? Right here, I have this Google Sheets. You can open, if you have like Google, like a Gmail, you can just go ahead and open and go to Google Sheets. When you are in here, it lets you open a file, and that's what you're going to do. I am not going to just open the file live during the class just because that gives access to the data in my computer. So that's why I already have them open for you. But I do just want to like show you how to open that. So if you click the file here on the left and you click open, again, I can click open, but when you click open, it's going to give you the option to upload a document. All you're going to do is just upload, like find that on your computer drive and just upload the document. As soon as you upload the document, this is going to happen. It's going to open the document and this is how it's going to look like. This is the CSV file. I see we have a hand raised. If you're able to drop your question on the open Q&A, I'll be taking all the questions towards the end of the class, if that's okay. What does CSV stand for? That's a great question. Jen, do you know? I think it's just a type of format, right? Um,
Yeah, I just answered that on the Q&A section, but CSV stands for comma separated values.
Awesome. So that's what you saw on the screenshot when I was like sharing the screen.
Exactly.
It just looks, it's all the data in one place and they're divided with commas. So they're just separated there with a comma, but it's really hard to just read the CSV. But with CSV files, there's so much that you can do with it. It's better than like a PDF, because if you get a PDF, you can play around with data. But when you get CSV file, there's so much that you can do because you can open like on Google Sheets or Excel, and then you can play around with the data and really look for what you like, look for what you're looking for, right? So here, for example, I have the client's activity report. So I was like looking here on the top of my screen. In this report, I can see my client's unique ID. Just so you know, this is all fake PHI. I'm not sharing anyone's real data in here, but this is a client report. So when you open from the comma separated value from the CSV file and you open into like Excel, this is what it looks like. So this file, for example, we have the unique ID for clients, we have the client name, client status, the group. So if you're leveraging groups in your platform, maybe let's say you want to look for data in your discovery groups, you can definitely look it just for that. It shows the tags, activities, current logins, complete goals. So like, remember when I was like mentioning, maybe you can leverage um, the report into do a challenge with your clients, right? Maybe you want to see who enters the most food entries or who has the most journal entries. So here it just like lets you like look it around for different data. You can always delete things in here. You can like search it, of course, like Excel, Google Sheets. It can be like complex. But it's also really nice to like come in here and just look for different things. This next one is our appointments report. I love the appointment reports because it has everything from like the client name, the state, their status, are they active, non-active, you have all your providers. So especially like when you're part of an organization, it lets you see who this client is with. And then it also have like their appointments, schedule, duration. So within here, I don't know if you noticed, but this report looks slightly different than this one. The main thing is because in here, I'm looking for a filter. And I do want to show all of you how to play around with some of the filters. On my screen, you see this. I'm going to remove it. You see this little triangle. I don't even know what this is called, but it's called the filter for the reports. If you click on it, it lets you create filters and just look for data differently. So anytime you click in here, this three little lines right next to the main, the number one tab, it's gonna let you have a filter in them. So for example, if I am looking for a specific appointment type and I wanted to have this in alphabetical order, right? Or like something in a different way that it is right now, I can come in here and I can sort A to Z. And then this just moved around it. Or maybe I want my schedule appointments and I want to look at the times and I want them to be in order. So I want to do Z to A. I want to be the largest to the smallest one. So in here, it just like it really lets you like play around, right? Or maybe if you're looking for here it just has like my active clients, but if depending of the information that you're looking for example, on the primary insurance, maybe you're looking for clients that does have the Kaiser insurance, you can search it and then it looks like 5 of them have this. So it's just like a many different ways that you can play around it within the filters. And that's for like all of them. Of course, this is on the Google Sheets, but you're able to do on Excel. There's so much more that you can do. This is like a very basic, like 101 feature on the reports. So in here, if I wanted to maybe look back to my client's activity, maybe I want to see the client with the most metrics, right? The one that had the most entries. So I actually want to do Z2A. So it looks like this person has 38 entries. and it's Tally Bianca. So maybe she'll be the winner for the challenge that I just provided. Or if you were looking, let's see, this one is our payment report. My payment report's a little bit empty just because it was like a little bit harder to collect data because of course I am not a real provider and I'm not collecting real payments in the platform. But under this report, we have the transaction type. So it will tell you like the payment information, the client ID, who was paid for. It shows like the client group. I just want to show you like everything that it has available. It shows the price. So if you're leveraging like promo codes, you can come in here and see who's using the promo codes. How many times has this promo code been used, right? How many discounts have you given? What was the total gross amount that you have received? What was the Stripe fee? Like how much in Stripe fees is being taken? So his is just like many, there are many different fields within the reports that lets you look for the data that you're looking for. So like if you remember, was right on this page that I was talking about like defining the data that you're looking for. It's just like really understanding like what you're trying to achieve. Are you wanting to increase engagement or you wanted to review your appointments in the platform? So this is the available reports, not some of the available reports, but I definitely like recommend it. Maybe like after this class, what you can do is come in here, download one report, go to your documents folder, and maybe go on Google. Of course, if you do have Excel and you rather Excel, go ahead and do that. But maybe open in Google if you do have like a Gmail account. And try to like open and understand them. Are you finding information that it's helpful? And then this way, it kind of lets you dig a little bit deeper into your organization and kind of like see everything that's going on behind the lines, right? So even if you have like a front desk or a biller person, maybe the person that's doing billing, she wants to create reports on all your payments, right? So you want to create like quarterly reports. So there are many different ways that you can like leverage the reports for your organization. Let me go back in here. So when it comes to like reports and Healthy, let's say you want to like track like for corporate wellness. I have seen people using these reports to track client data and outcomes to share with the employees or the human resources department, right? To show, hey, what I am offering my clients, it's working and here's the data, right? It's just like showing in a number wise why you're here and what you're doing and why it's working, how it's working, right? Are you working with your clients because you're having like a great outcome? Maybe because you're doing one-on-ones or maybe because you're doing programs. So it just lets you take a closer look to see exactly how you're being successful. It lets you track. So I was talking about like the corporate wellness. Maybe you can use like the metrics to look at the weight or a BMR or create like health educations. Under the matrix one, it lets you create anything from a scale 1 to 10. So I don't know if you know already, but under client metrics, you can create additional metrics into the report. I am going to sidetrack it here for 1 second, just bear with me. If you go to the gear symbol in the top right corner and clicking settings, under journal entries, right here we have our metrics, right? So of course, if you're like tracking weight, BMR, maybe body fat, BMI, whatever that might be that you're tracking, you can also create custom metrics in the platform. So you see I have a few different like metrics in here. So just think that you can create any metric in the platform as long as it's going to be a value. So I have seen providers, of course, depending of your specialty in here, you can create a metric like stress level 1 to 10 or time spent outside. Is this affecting how your clients are succeeding or getting better or worse, whatever that may be? So you are able to create more customizable metrics within the platform. All you have to do is click right here, add a metric, and then you can maybe time on the phone and you want to track the in minutes, whatever that may be. Of course, we have like all types of providers in here, from like dietitians to physical therapists, mental health coaches, So depending of your niche, you can create custom metrics and then you can download. Yeah, I don't have to save this. And then you can download it like a report into those metrics and look for the data. It lets you also choose the time that you like to download the information. So maybe you want to download for this past week or the past month or the past quarter. So it does let you like kind of like play around it. So everything I'm sharing today is maybe to like give you more ideas of what you can do within your organization. The engagement part of the reports that I did mention a little bit. See how your clients are. Are they logging in? Are they messaging you? Are they active in the platform? Because right, we do have, I think it's like this. Yeah, this report is the client activity report. If you can see right here is the current logins. It looks like Tali Bianca has logged in 16 times, but then it looked like Talita test 1, 2, 3, she logged 0 times. So understanding, right? Like the clients that are logging the most, are they having better results in the platform or not, right? So it just lets you take a deeper look into what you're providing. Um, you can also play around with goals. Maybe your client activity like goals, logins, or posts, or maybe a group practice billing. You can download the data around the appointments that tie to the out-of-pocket and insurance billing, and you can track those super bills or the CMS 1500. So there's like a lot that you can do with, and it's just like really depends of what you're looking for. You can create quizzes and survey, and then you can leverage the intake form system and the custom auto scoring to build quizzes or download results and gather feedback. So just like a few different ways that you can play by creating things in the platform and then downloading the reports to then analyze them. I know that like I share tons of information today. Hopefully some of them was helpful. Hopefully this was beneficial. I do want to show this one more time since I showed just like in the beginning of the class and maybe I saw a few other people coming in later. This is our dashboard. When you come right here under the home, you can click on dashboard. And this is like outside of the reports, but it does give you like a little bit of an overview on appointments and billing as well without having to download and analyze any of the reports. I think this is it for today's class so far. Let's see. Jen, is there anything open or pending that you'd like me to go over?
Yeah, no, there are no open Q&A questions. Feel free in the last few minutes all to drop any there if you have any outstanding. Of course, you can always reach our support team if you think of anything after today's class at hello@gethealthy.com and send them over questions if you do think of anything. Talita, one thing though I thought might just be helpful to quickly touch on is if you could review in just a minute or so how to pull a forms report so that if anyone is interested in gathering a report on any information that they include in maybe an intake form, something that we see sometimes is like a testimonial form, and someone might want to pull a report of all the data that's been input into that testimonial form, things like that. So if you could just click into a form and just show under that options button how to generate a report from there, that might be great.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Great, great thing to show, Jen. Thank you. So right here, Jen is mentioning, right here under the forms tab, let's say you have a survey or you're trying to collect data outside of the Healthy platform within clients. I'm going to stick to the survey option. I don't think I have like a good example, but we'll just look to one that I have. So if I come to one of my forms, let's pretend that this is a survey that I have created to collect information for clients, maybe outside of the platform. You can share this. There's like two different ways, two different things that I wanted to share. So if you share, you can share and embed a form in the platform. So you can share sharing links. So if this is like a survey that I am sharing, I can share this link with clients, right? And now once they review and complete this, how are you going to look for the information? You can click right here, options, and you can download the form responses. And then you can see that this is very similar to the reports. It says your report has been generated under reports tab. in the documents folder. It can take up to 30 minutes. So all your responses, it will be on this folder. Let's see if it's going to be there right now. Yeah. No, it's not this one. It's probably gonna take like a few minutes or so to download it, but it just like within the download responses, I can show you like one more time. So all you have to do is add one of your forms, options, download form responses, and then within here, you can review all the responses. And then again, it's gonna be a CSV file. And then within this file, you can open in a spreadsheet, and then you can review all the downloaded responses from the form. Anything else? We do have maybe like 2 more minutes before I let anyone go. And again, if I miss anything, definitely feel free to write to hello@gethealthy.com. We're happy to follow up with you. Maybe join our open Q&A or schedule a one-on-one with us. We're here, happy to support you. If you'd like to schedule one-on-one with us, just reach out to hello@gethealthy.com. If you don't have that link, if you're part of a plus group or above, you can always come to our team and go over pretty much all this information that I have shared with you if you do have any more questions. But thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate everyone joining. You will receive the recording as soon as this is completed. We'll send it over your way. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Anything else before I end it, Jen, do you think?
No, I think that was great. Let me actually turn my camera on as we wrap up here. I just saw one outstanding question come through from Lexa on payroll reports. We might recommend there, Lexa, the appointments report, as well as any payment reporting. And also, I saw you asked about insurance and self-pay clients. Yeah, so we have insurance reports for things like CMS 1500 forms, and then those self-pay clients, those payments would likely be coming through on the payments report. So I would definitely recommend utilizing those, pulling those and playing around with them to see if those might give you the information you're looking for. But as I mentioned, and Talita mentioned, if you have any outstanding questions after you have some time to play around with these reports, don't hesitate to reach out to our team.
I just dropped this link. I think Jen had dropped it already, but this is like an overview of the reports on the platform. So if you come in here, it kind of gives you like a little bit snip of like everything. And then like say you want to look into this one, right? Like the metric report, it will give you like a little bit more information within the report. So that's like a really helpful article that you can like review to just like help you find the information that you're looking for. But again, thank you so much everyone for being here. Hope you have an amazing rest of your Friday and a great weekend. And I'll talk to you more next time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.